On today's episode of 3 Minute Thursday, we're going to take a look at when the major cruise companies are scheduled to start sailing again in the United States. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Cruise World's 3 Minute Thursday. Today, we're talking about a resumption of cruising. Of course, none of this is set in stone. There's a lot of factors going into these decisions. Here in the U.S., there are the CDC regulations that the cruise lines have to deal with. We've got the vaccine rolling out around the globe and now here in the U.S. as well. But enough about that. We're on the clock, so let's get to it. There are some major cruise lines that have been or are currently sailing despite the global pandemic. Royal Caribbean recently resumed service in Singapore, and they're eyeing next month for a restart in China. AIDA is currently sailing in the Canary Islands. MSC and Costa have been sailing the Mediterranean, and though tighter Italian restrictions will have them paused for the holidays, they are set to start back up in January. But what about us? What about cruising from the United States? Most of the major players in the U.S. market are currently setting their sights on cruising again in March. That leaves a good solid 2.5 months to get ships back to the U.S., which many of the companies are already doing, getting staff back on board, and work on meeting all of the requirements set forth in the CDC framework, to include test sailings. So we're talking about Carnival Cruise Line, Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, MSC, Celebrity, and of course Disney. All of these cruise lines have announced cancellations through the end of February, and they're currently planning to start sailing with passengers in March of 2021. Carnival Corporation President Arnold Donald recently stated that the company's first brand to resume in the U.S. would be Carnival Cruise Lines, so it's no surprise that Princess Cruises and Holland America Line are now canceled through the end of March and are eyeing a return in April. And that leaves us with Virgin Voyages, who just can't seem to catch a break. The Scarlet Lady looks like a beautiful ship, and she's currently scheduled for her inaugural cruise from Miami to the Caribbean in May of 2021. And that's more than a year after the original scheduled launch date of April 1st, 2020. So there you have it. March is the target date in the U.S. for Carnival Cruise Line, Celebrity, Disney, MSC, Norwegian, and Royal Caribbean. Holland America Line and Princess Cruises are currently set to resume U.S. operations in April of 2021, and Virgin Voyages is set for next May. Of course, these dates are subject to and probably will change. And if and when they do, we will be sure to tell you all about it on our weekly Cruise News Week in Review show. So who's ready to cruise? I know I am. Do you think we'll see cruises from the U.S. in March? Leave your comments below. My 3 minutes are up. I want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that bell to stay notified. We'll see you soon.